What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of 52 Books. And we out here. Man, last week, if you haven't watched last week's video on the Mind Gut, that book review, click this right here behind me. Click that. It's in the info card. Yo, that thing was amazing. That book was amazing. You should definitely read The Mind Gut if you are a serious reader and you are seeking personal growth, because it'll grow not just your mind but also your body. This week, this book has been sitting on my shelf for a long time since college. This is a novel by John Byer called The Lazarus Project. I don't know what it's about. I'm a huge Bible nerd, and so I thought, oh, Lazarus. But reading the back, it has nothing to do with that. We're going to look into this book. We're going to read The Lazarus Project this week. So let's get into this book, The Lazarus Project. Let's get it. You already know what the deal is. Cue background music. Let's get it. Okay, I know I say this a lot. I don't know why you're surprised. But, yo, this book, fire. I've read about 112 pages. Well, 120 pages. Let me tell you what's going on. The Lazarus Project, you need to read it. You need to read it. I'm only 120 pages in. So check this out. It's this little Mexican girl named Gabby, right? Her parents immigrate to the U.S. and they working in a factory. She 14. Now, she noticed some men hanging around the factory and whatnot, but she don't think nothing of it. And so her mother tells her, yo, don't go hanging around the Americanos. You feel me? The Americans don't go hanging around. You just do your work, come home type stuff. So, being 14, hard head, she going, it was like, I'm going to go and do my own thing. So she ended up talking to one of the men, right? So she talking to the man. And so she only 14, but she looked mature. You know what I mean? So she looked like she 18, she 19. So she got her, So she got, she got all that. So he take interest to her and whatnot. So she telling this man everything. And so he hit her with that, I can show you the world. And she's like, I don't know if I should go or not. He's like, yeah, girl, you could come. Don't you want to see all of the U.S.? And so she's like, okay, I'm going to go and do that. So she get in the car with this man. And so she want to make this man happy and smile. So he got a drink in the middle console. She takes a sip. And so she see that he's smiling while she take the sip. So she's like, oh yeah, he liked me. So she take another sip. Next thing you know, she knocked out. She wake up in this facility, hands tied. She don't know where she is. She's looking for the boy. Did they get in an accident? What's going on? A woman comes into the room, a nurse. Another man comes into the room looking sinister. And then another man come into the room, and guess who it is? The same guy that lowered her in, talking about some, I can show you the world. So she's in shock. Man, it's like, man. So what happened was the two men that were outside the factory were scouting it to get immigrants, specifically young girls. So the dude's like, oh yeah, she looks good. You did a good job, homie. You're going to get a bonus. And the guy looking at the girl like, yeah, I'm going to get a bonus. So all of that happens, right? Now, that's the beginning of the book. She escapes. But not only that, it's winter. And so she's running through the woods and two guys are chasing after her. I wrote it down in my notes. Billy Bob and Cole. I don't know why they call my man Billy Bob, but his name is Billy Bob. And another guy is Cole. They're chasing after her with guns and dogs. She's barefoot and she's running through the snow, everything crazy. So she's running. All of this is going crazy. Billy Bob and them chasing her. Meanwhile, there's this guy named Dean and this other guy named David Michaels. Dean is a pilot. David Michaels is a preacher who is getting his pilot's license. So they're flying in a plane. So they're flying, and so it's a storm going on. It's winter. It's a winter storm going on. So they like, we got to drop this plane. So they was like, oh, it's a pasture down here. Let's go down and fly in this pasture and just stop the plane there and wait for the storm to pass. They do that. Boom, boom, bow. The girl hears the plane because she's running for her life. You feel me? The girl hears the plane and she runs towards the plane. Now, while Dean and Michael are walking around the plane, they're like, there's something weird about this pasture. Why is it over 700 yards long and wide? Like, there's no cows here or nothing. And so Dean looks and he's like, man, this is an airstrip. Why would there be an air base here? What's going on? So now they're speculating stuff. The girl see them searching, so she sneaks into the plane and hides in the compartment area, where like little storage area where they can't see her. So she hide in there. Dean and Barbara get in the plane. It's like, yo, I got a weird feeling about this. I gotta go. Let's go. The storm passed. They get in the plane. They about to take off. As they're about to take off, guess who come out of the woods looking for the girl? Billy Bob and Cole. So they come out the woods. They flag the plane down because they like, if this girl escapes, it's our lives. We can't let this girl escape. So Dean and Barbara bring down the plane. And so as Billy Bob and Cole are approaching Dean and David Michaels look at him like, what are these guys hunting like type stuff? So Billy Bob and Cole lie to them and whatnot. And so Cole is circling the plane looking to see if the girl's in there. And Billy Bob's like, did you guys see anything out here? And Dean's like, nah, we ain't seen anything. We thankfully we scared all the animals away. Lying and whatnot. Because he knows something crazy is going on, but he don't want to let Billy Bob and Cole know that they think something crazy going on. So Billy Bob and Cole say, all right, cool, we just hunting wolves and stuff. And Dean's like, why would you hunt a pack of wolves with dogs and those type of guns? Something don't add right. So David's like, man, we're gonna go ahead and go. You guys flagged us down and we're just gonna go ahead and go. So they're like, all right, go ahead and go. David and Dean take off, not knowing the girl is on the plane. As they're in the air, they hear this boom sound on the plane. Boom. They get scared. It's like, yo, what's going on? Like, did the engine just blow? So, of course, David is a student and Dean is the pilot and whatnot, the instructor. So he's like, hold the plane steady. Let me look. And so they're still in the air. They look, they don't see nothing. So they land in the small airport and the mechanic, Brian Conley, comes out. And he's like, yo, what's going on? So Dean says, man, you messing up my plane. I hearing this sound then. Because Brian is the mechanic. He said, man, let me see what's going on. So he pulls out 2 coats and whatnot. And he says, here's your problem. And boom, 14-year-old girl, halfway frozen, frostbite. So they like, what in the world? They take her to the hospital. They get to the hospital. Social work get involved. Sheriff get involved. Everybody's getting involved now, right? And so come to find out, the girl is pregnant. She's pregnant, y'all. And like she barely makes it. So now the bad guys have a problem. Because this book is called The Lazarus Project, and it doesn't say anything what the Lazarus Project is. All we know that it's this fertility doctor who promotes the Lazarus Project. Help families have babies when they can't, right? But it shows this sinister group of men who are like, yo, they made a mistake over there in Arkansas. We got to go take care of it and all this and that. And so it's being very vague as to who the bad guys are. We just know that Billy Bob and his partner work for this man named Swan, who was handling the facility that was holding the girls. You feel me? This book is crazy. So now Swan's like, Billy Bob, Cole, go after them. I found out who the pilot was. No, I found out what the plane was, and I found out who the pilot was. Go and kill them. We don't want nobody tracing anything back to us. So Billy Bob and Cole like, all right, bet. So they go, and now they're hunting Dean the pilot and David Michaels. Man, that's where I'm at now. This book is getting crazy. If you haven't started reading the Lazarus Project with me, you need to read it, because that joint is fire. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in to 52 Books. Tune in Friday to see how this thing ends. I don't know how it ends, but I know it's gonna be crazy. Thank y'all. Like and subscribe to see more, because we getting crazy. Also, you already know, housekeeping. If you got a book you want me to read, put it in the description below, baby. Peace.